So we're here at an undisclosed location somewhere in a country we don't know, because I don't want you guys finding this stash.
So this video is brought to you by Tuesday Auto Wreckers, who lets us borrow his tow truck on weekends.
Pretty nice guy.
Yeah, that guy's pretty cool.
We're here to save a car.
Be honest.
We're saving it from here. I'm gonna clean it first.
Okay.
And then put it on the open market because it's too much work for me. But I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is.
Or what's inside this magic barn.
Yeah. Well, you kind of know.
I don't think there's anything in here, but we gotta move this frame.
It's like a 40s truck frame or something.
Yeah, and then we gotta move about 6 cars in there, and then the one we want is around the corner.
Cars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we gotta move them twice, because they pull them out, put them back in, that's 6.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Look at that. Perfect location, off the ramp, 2 foot in front of the old Rambler, and the Timmy's Cup never even came off.
Okay, Rich, don't put this on, or Eric, don't put this on YouTube because this is a high security locking system and we don't want people figuring out how to get in here. So, I can't even get out, so I'm in here.
Go to the light. Go to the light. Go to the light.
We only got one.
Yeah, you push, I'll grunt. Ready? Do a little walkthrough. We got
your 40s Plymouth?
Yeah, something like that. Usually when the headlights are in the fender, it was like 40s.
That's
on top of the fender. It was 30s,
Pontiac.
yeah. That one's in good shape.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
It's Monza.
No, it's a Skyhawk.
Yeah, but it's the same as a Monza. It's the same body, it's just rebadged.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is the Monza row, so these cars probably would be sold complete.
Sunbird with a roof rack.
This is most of these cars that are in here, like on this side, have been in film. So
Okay.
you can see this one says my Louisiana Sky production vehicle.
That's pretty cool.
I forget 38 or 39 Pontiac again.
And this one,
really nice shape.
this one's actually in the best shape. That's a pretty cool one.
It's one of the best ones in the building.
This camera's amazing. It's so dark in here, and I think this might actually turn out.
Cool.
Oh, it stinks.
Yeah, it's probably full of death. Here's something we don't see in North America too much. This is Ford Cortina, like a 62, 60s, early 60s Ford Cortina. He's had this car forever. Well, like most of these cars, I'm sure.
Yeah. I really like that old bourbon, but she's pretty rough. Now remember, all these cars ran when they were new.
This one's actually not rotten out. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's got the nice interior. That'll buff out. This was in another movie because it's got like the fake bullet holes in it.
The guy explained to me how they do the bullet holes. They knock a hole in it, they put a little charge in there, and then they Bondo over it and paint it again.
During the movie?
Yeah, and then the little charges in the back pop the Bondo out, and then the bullets show up.
Film number, New Blood. Well, this is a turbo Regal.
Yeah.
We should get this and put some nice donks on it.
I was gonna say, you know, this smells like the way an old car should, because somebody threw mothballs in it.
I wonder why.
Just look at that.
Is this a 6-cylinder?
That's 6-cylinder turbo, is it not?
Yeah.
It better be a turbo, otherwise it's kind of worthless.
You could fit 2 of these in here.
Yeah.
You
get it right in front.
GLH. It is.
Oh yeah?
It's a turbo car.
Oh, okay.
Everyone on the internet will tell me I'm wrong, but...
Yep, and that's fine. This is my favorite.
Yeah.
So this one's still...
This is a nice Honda Civic.
These are seat covers. These are the factory seat covers that were on since new. And this one's actually in really good shape.
Yeah.
Old Ford, flathead V8. Let's pop the hood on this one.
I love how those like spark plug wires are just exposed
Yeah.
at the ends. This is the car we're doing.
And this is the car. This is the car. Tell us about this one.
It's a 74 Alfa Romeo GTV, so it's got the 2-liter in it. We're just gonna, it looks really good right here. And that's the way I'm gonna present it, because when you take it out in the light, there's nothing left of it. It's just like, it's like in Pirates of the Caribbean when the guy walks out in the moonlight and he just turns into a skeleton. That's this.
I don't want to meet that mouse.
He does push-ups and like, he's got pipes. Yeah. I was just gonna thought, you're gonna film me doing work? Oh, that's not bad. Blackjack towing for the rest of you.
Blackjack towing. Here we go.
Man, I want one of these so bad. You know how much crap I bring home? My wife would love it. So we're gonna start a GoFundMe. She's not that bad. It's like Canadian, this is Canadian good. This is really good Canadian.
It's like...
It's crusty, but there's no holes in anything. This is actually like a unicorn, other than right here. No, but looks like
somebody
torched.
cut that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's got a new tank in it. Good to go.
Sorry for the bad lighting. You have to take our word on it that this is worth, what, $8,000-$9,000?
Oh, minimum. That'd be a bargain.
Monza. Got a nice 80s Ford door for anybody who needs one. We got a couple hoods somewhere that are in good shape for 80s Fords. I don't know if you recognize those doors, or that fender, or that wheelbarrow, but it's all in good shape.
I would sell this. Free with any car purchase.
Nice.
One's moving. Front one's turning. We got one. So we got one tire, so we're all wrong so far. Oh, that side's bad.
Well, that there's the problem.
What, no rockers? They're completely gone.
I remember when I was driving it from one storage to the other one, the rocker panel fell right off, yeah.
Oh. Now you tell me.
So, driving around, we're at Stefan's place now, and the fuel sloshing around in the back, it's that Varsali old fuel smell. And it brings back memories for me. I bought an 86 Camaro that I pulled the 2.8 out of. I was gonna put it in my S10, never got that far, but I had a Camaro. It was a fun beater car in the field. It was the mothballs inside that brings back memories of a 69 Mustang that I had. And I know that you guys have smelled it before too. So comment down below as to what memories come back when you smell that old, stale, 20-year-old fuel that's stuck in an old car. Car guys understand.
We're good. Thanks, Reg. Stop messing around.
Closer. All right.
Best parking brake in the world is an old Alfa Romeo. You hook your car up to it, it won't roll away. So what we're doing now, I didn't film loading it, or we didn't film loading it. We're just gonna throw this Monza back in, and this is the one that's in pretty good shape. You gonna hit the door, or we're good?
No, we're good.
Okay. I'll stop the car if it rolls. Want to see Fat Black run? Whoa, almost died. There's a hole. Well, I guess she sits there. So we got the Alpha out, we're all good. So if you guys saw anything you liked on the video that, I guess it's potentially for sale. Almost everything except for the 50 Ford and the 4-door Pontiac. That was in the middle, the nice one. But everything else is for sale, so hit us up at debossgarage@gmail.com if you want some old stuff. So it's Canada, it's getting cold, winter's coming, like I've said before. But we got these two beauties cleaned up. So the white one, you'll have a look at that one. I picked it up early in the spring when I could get at it easily. Just a light polish and these will be good as new again, eh? It was a little bit of a chore getting it out, freeing up the disc brakes and getting it moving, airing up, actually the tires held air. So we got it down to my place. And then the red one here, you saw me and Rich struggle to get it out. So I've listed both cars now because, to be honest, they're a little bit too much work for me. I have way too many projects, as most car guys do. So I'm gonna pass these on to the next guy for him to enjoy. So I've listed them both together online. So this car is a little bit more unique than the white one I have over there, because it was converted already to twin Weber carburetors, and it's actually a special intake manifold, and it has the European spec camshafts in it, which give this 2-liter motor a little bit more power. So they both are GTV 2 liters. They're a little bit more rare because in North America you could get the 6500 and the 7500, but the 2 liters were the biggest one you could get, the biggest motor, and they're the most desirable, I would say. I'm actually impressed of how well the interior is, the shape it's in, because it was in a barn that had mice, raccoons going into it, all sorts of critters trying to live in these cars. And you can actually see that on the white car because the window was left down. So I removed all that, so you don't have to worry about that, and now you get a nice, squeaky, poop-free car. There you go. The interior, I love the interior on this car. This steering wheel is badass. I would, like, if I get a cheeky lowball offer, I'm starting to strip parts, because there's like the Webers, I would take those and put them on something else, and one of these steering wheels, I'd probably throw it into my Mercedes replica or something like that, because these cars are really swanky. I put a battery on this thing and everything worked. I turned on the radio and it was working, so I was pretty impressed with that for a car from the 70s that's been sitting. This car's been sitting since like the early 90s. So unfortunately on this car, get out of the shadow, the outer rocker is completely gone. There is still material left here, so you can work with that. It looks like somebody did previous body work on these beautiful Italian cars that love to rust. And I've had a lot of interest from guys that had one. They sold it a few years ago, and I think they sold them too cheap. And they're calling me, be like, I love the car, I want another one again. I literally have had 3 phone calls in the past couple days with guys like that, and I don't blame them, but they're gonna have to pony up if they want one of these. I'm not gonna let them go. That's raccoons did that to the seats. Apparently this interior was mint. So here's a classic example. The rear of this car was in a wetter area than the front, and you can see how it just destroyed all the bodywork. I'd say when this was put in, talking to the original owner, that none of this was here. So this is from the 10 years or 20 years of sitting just in a wet environment, and it's just crumbly. And it's sad to see that because it's such an awesome car, because these cars go for like restored 50 grand plus, easy any day. There's still enough left in this car. It could be restored. It'd be a lot of work though. I'd say the red one is a better candidate. It'd be an easier restoration, but I would still hold on to this car as a full car, and they only get more expensive. The hood on these cars are so light, like they're just feather light. I thought they were like fiberglass, but they're actually steel, just very thin. So this one has still the original injection system in it. And that's about all I'm gonna probably ever know about them, because I'm not gonna take it apart. This one is not seized. This motor turns over. The other motor is seized right now, but I think it's lightly seized just from sitting, because I know he parked it running. It wasn't like blown up or abused, so I don't think it would take much to unseize that one. But I'm gonna leave that to the next guy. I don't wanna try and, you know, dump crap in the cylinders and try and get it turning over and stuff, when it probably just it's gonna have to be taken apart anyway. These cars have been sitting for so long, I can't see anybody just dumping fuel in it and starting them up. They're too valuable. So guys, I know it's hard to see the cars like this, but think of it this way. Don't hate on me, I saved them. I saved them for you, all right?